Amid concerns over a shortage of funds across the education sector, just days after stakeholders raised concerns over the slashing of budgetary allocations in the 2025-26 financial year to the tune of 62 billion, the National Assembly Committee on Education is now proposing further reduction in capitations across all cadres in the education sector. Appearing before the Samatandi-led Budget and Appropriations Committee, Education Committee Chairperson Julius Melly highlighted the committee's proposal of reducing capitation for secondary schools by 3 billion Kenya shillings and a further reduction of 2 billion in capitation for junior secondary schools across the country.
Actually, from your deduction, I picked three. Is it 3 or 4? The capitation for secondary, for junior school, for primary school, and also the money for government-sponsored students. I find it a little bit sensitive. Maybe you need to reassure us that with this reduction, learning would continue smoothly.
Under university education, funds for government-sponsored students in private universities are expected to be slashed by 1.3 billion shillings if the proposal sails through, with capitation for primary schools expected to be slashed by 900 million. In total, the Education Committee is recommending budget reductions of up to 8.7 billion Kenya shillings across the education sector. However, 5.9 billion is expected to be channeled to quality assurance and standards for invigilation and administration of examinations.
Remember last time there was no allocation for examination council. They require actually for the whole circle around 11 billion shillings. We have allocated 5.9, which will allow students' exams to go on. But we need more money, about 4.1 billion now for the for the supervisors, invigilators, and all that. So the 5.9 billion will actually make sure that we have the 3 exams.
It was very, very insensitive for the government not to allocate money for examinations. And it was even more abhorrent to hear the National Treasury trying to justify the reason for non-budgeting of examinations.
The committee also recommended the Budget and Appropriations Committee to consider additional funds of up to 30 billion shillings to critical areas which they say have no budgetary allocations. Amid continued calls for intern teachers to be onboarded on permanent and pensionable basis, the committee has requested for 7.3 billion to fully hire at least 20,000 intern teachers across the country. The Melly-led committee also wants 17 billion allocated for university student scholarship, with a further 3.7 billion under NGCDF to support school infrastructure. Additionally, 1.9 billion shillings is needed to facilitate the recruitment of 2,000 TVET teachers. Ian Keitani for K24 Evening Edition.